Hello. Welcome on in, Moltra. Welcome on in, Stubby. Welcome on in, Flamingo. Sorry, I was also reading what you said. Dropping out to catch stream. Let's go. Yeah, people got work. People got school. I totally understand, though. Let me get the... Didn't get a chance to get the camera set up beforehand. So 1 second. There we go. And then straight down. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I'm good in that front. It helps if I leave a little bit of the background there while I chat. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. The week has already kind of flown by. For those who watch the Winter Olympics, I'm always like a little bummed when the Olympics is over. I'm always a little bummed because I love just knowing the Olympics are there to watch, basically. Like, whenever I need something to turn on, I'm like, well, at least I can watch a rerun or watch it live. But living on the West Coast, I realized I don't really get to watch the Olympics live if it's in a different country often. Like, I think I only got to watch reruns of it, but anyways. So today will be a pretty chill stream. I'm just trying to basically get better at drawing landscapes. Because we were drawing Moltra's Klon Original sketch yesterday. Not Moltra's, Mulgore's. Klon Original sketch yesterday. I was looking at Moltra's name as I was saying that. But I was working on Mulgore's Klon Original sketch yesterday, and it was turning out really good. I was really happy with how everything was coming together. But I'm not that good at drawing trees, and I want to get better at drawing trees and just landscapes in general. So I'm kind of going to be just practicing that today. And I watched some videos online about how I can maybe do that better and everything. So we'll see if any of that helps. Let me clean up the screen here. So a lot of trees, a lot of we'll probably draw some characters with the trees and stuff, or even if someone even has like a suggestion, I'll kind of go in and out of drawing stuff. Because I don't mind if anyone has a suggestion and they want to see it drawn. I don't know why this camera feels like it's tilted like weird. It doesn't feel like it's a straight down view. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. I was correct. There we go. Now it's straight down. Okay. I knew something was off. But regardless, another thing I realized when streaming is I should never be streaming a blank page, because sometimes when people are scrolling through like the art section of Twitch, they'll just join because they see something. They see like that thumbnail and they're like, oh, that looks interesting. And when it's a blank page, they don't quite know who you are yet. So I've been even debating about just pulling out an old drawing. And actually, I have a very clean sheet of paper here that I didn't use yesterday, so I actually should be using this piece of paper. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm like, I need to have something on screen, and actually maybe it makes sense to just put like a PNG. Sorry, I'm also trying to clean up. This is a drawing from someone else. I'm trying to clean up my like I just have a lot of like images I've put in and haven't taken out. That was one of them. So let's hope that's not the thumbnail. It's not my drawing. So one thing I learned, let's just see if this even makes sense here. I'm trying to draw in the corner. But basically, one thing I saw online that was really interesting was when you draw like a bush, And this, what also will be interesting is a lot of the videos I saw on how to draw trees and stuff were people using color. And so I'm going to try to translate that, but only in pencil. So one thing I saw online that I thought was really interesting was just they started with, and this is how to draw a bush, but essentially if you know how to draw a bush, you kind of know how to draw a tree. But they started with like circles. And then they like colored that in. And so I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I'm just like testing this theory out. And I'm gonna do it kind of quick to see if it works. Oh my god, a caterpillar! It's taking everything inside me right now to not just switch this drawing to a caterpillar. But essentially, you know, you make circles, and maybe I should make these ones darker. I don't know how this is gonna work with pencil because they were able to just lay a light. Like you start dark and you're gonna go light. Not sure how that's gonna work with pencil because it's not like we're painting where you can just lay something light on top of something dark. But they started here and they had their like base. And if I guess I was to try to do the opposite of this, I would like start erasing some of it. And kind of maybe make it have some like jaggedness to it. So then we'll draw like more circles on top of it. And once you get good, you just don't even have to draw the circles. You can just figure it out. But then maybe this is where we start drawing some of the leaves and stuff. And then we draw this one just slightly lighter than that. There's a really good chance what I'm doing won't work first try. But today you're very much gonna see a process of how to figure something out. How I like to figure stuff out. So we erase that layer and then we draw more circles here. And then of course we do that even lighter. And this is where not having color kind of showing. But then they like started just adding some like jaggedness to the edges. I'm gonna start shaping it. And you can really be random with it from what I saw, you know? It's actually better if you're kind of random with it. You want some general shapes, but then you're kind of just slowly filling that out with more texture, more shapes. Even putting some dark bits mixed in with the light bits, but then kind of just layering. I can make this like middle layered a little bit darker. Are you low-key cooking? Wait, do you see it coming together? I'm kind of gonna get in between because, you know, there's like layers to it. Now that is a shrubbery. Welcome on in, life. What's up, Peppermint Guy over on YouTube? Welcome on in. And then the tough part is kind of the top where it becomes so light. And then we had to start doing the top of it too. That's where you had to be kind of delicate. Shout out YouTube viewers, what's up? So today is gonna be trying to do what I just did, but multiple times until I feel like I understand it. And then it's gonna quite literally be like the SpongeBob meme of where SpongeBob draws a perfect circle. I'm gonna try to figure out how to draw something very realistic so that I can then deconstruct it to be cartoony. That is the goal of today. And then we can, you know, add some flowers. The flowers, I don't know how to not draw cartoony. But you start drawing some stuff on top of it. Yeah, now add some berries to it. Exactly. Can't talk today. Also, there's a chance at some point today I take a break and make more coffee. I had my coffee very early today. And, oh, what's up, Cone? Welcome up. I mean, welcome in. Dude, I think I'm gonna struggle to talk today. Is this a bush? It is a bush. It is what it is. For anyone who's like literally just now chiming in, today's goal is I'm trying to figure out how to draw like landscapes and like plants better. I typically draw very cartoony. And we were drawing something yesterday that was needed for some more landscape stuff, and I was just kind of I was really excited about the drawing, but I wasn't very confident with how to do all the other stuff. So today's mission is to figure that out. Also, what's up, Pulse? Welcome on in. Enjoying the textures? Yeah, big brush, small. We've all been there. Wait, the other way around. Yeah, I typically draw very small. You will. Sometimes I'll pull out a ruler to show you. I typically draw pretty small. It's about 2 inches. So we'll draw some more like flowers in there, I guess. Just to add more texture. So this is bush number 1. Economical, yeah. I get to put more on my page. Exactly. You're so welcoming. I like that. Well, welcome on in. I mean, I already said welcome on in, Peppermint Guy, but welcome. I typically only display. Well, now I actually don't even have an option, but I only display Twitch up above. But I can see the YouTube comments, so you'll hear me translating a lot. So this was interesting. You know, this sketch worked, I think, but I want to do it better. I want to keep trying here. The main thing, maybe I keep chipping away at this one, because the main thing is that this bottom layer needs to be even darker. So let's actually try to. I'm just gonna keep seeing what we can get away with here and learn from it. And I'm thinking the sun is coming this way. So if the sun is coming it this way, then like these bits need to be like super bright. So bright that they almost just erase into the page. And then this side needs to get darker. But I might also just start a new one. So then when it comes to drawing a tree, you essentially take what you just did for the bush and you just multiply that. You just layer a bunch of those together. So that's the end goal we're trying to get to, is drawing the tree. So I'm trying to figure out how to draw a bush first. What's up, Corey? Welcome on in. Welcome. We got a lot of YouTube chatters today. Welcome. I need to switch that. Just YouTube. Okay. Like if you can draw an apple, you can draw anything apparently. Really? Is that so? We can. I know how to draw an apple because in art school I did. I didn't do a lot of live drawings, but one of them was an apple. This bush looks like my dad's mustache. I'm okay with ruining this drawing. To see that one come to life. We're now drawing we're drawing Peppermint Guy's dad. And I don't know what their dad looks like, but he has glasses now. Turns out this bush was actually just a mustache. Actually, I don't really need those bits. I was trying to do the little pieces of the glasses that latch onto your nose. I bet this is the content you came here for, right? We're gonna give him some anime eyes, because I want to practice that too. But I'm also kind of doing it quickly, so it'll look a little sketchy. Would you say, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does that look like your dad? It's a very nice bush. Welcome in, the Rat King. Yeah, a lot of YouTube viewers say. I don't know how that's. Usually, it's more than usual. So, welcome. Homie needs a new self-care routine. Yeah, his bush is looking a little moldy. It's getting a little growth in there, you know. I feel honored. Okay, you gotta show this to your dad, man. That'd be a really cool character. The idea of like a giant with yeah. Wouldn't that be funny? Just a gigantic. We can draw a tinier version of that. So the tinier version of that. We had to get some scale here. So to give scale, let's draw like a house. So there's a house, and then the giant, you know. Maybe he's like placing a tree down, but anyways, yeah, he has like the giant mustache. He's got a hairy back, you know. Actually, I don't know where to go with this one, so maybe we just stop there. Why does that look like my dad? Apparently, this is what everyone's dad looks like. I don't think I can put YouTube chat on stream. Oh, maybe I can. Alright, YouTube chat. Now it's, I don't know if it shows above, but we'll see. But that's the restream chat. Well, cool. I think everyone's dad is looking pretty stylish. So anyways, back to the task at hand. I need to figure out how to draw trees. Because I kind of know how to draw trees, but I want to draw them better. And the ultimate goal is to do it cartoony, not realistic. I don't want it to look realistic, but for tomorrow's drawing, or for Tuesday's drawing, it will kind of be in between. Okay, I don't think Restream chat is working, so if you do want to chat, you can always come over to Twitch. Over on Cloncast. Okay, so let's continue. I was gonna draw the giant, but I think we get the idea. I guess we can kind of leave him there. Okay, so for a tree, now let's kind of draw a tree. I drew the bush. That was a nice start for the day. Maybe I do zoom in. So let's get the shape of the tree. And I want to draw more trees that aren't just like straight up and down. I kind of want them to have some like character to them. Like that. And then it's probably best. I'm kind of like, this isn't a good, if you're following along to figure out how to draw a tree, probably shouldn't follow me for that. I'm trying to figure it out myself. I'm better at cartoon work than I am. So this is the bones of it. And then to my knowledge, to get this down right, it inspires me to be a better person. My art does. Hell yeah. I'll take that. Is that we need to basically draw the same concept of that bush, is that we're drawing like the circles there. The circles there, and we're just like layering. Peekaboo, hey, what's up, Peppermints? Thanks for joining me over on Twitch. I should probably do these first, and then you do what's behind it. So Peppermints, I have a fun. If you do like the drawings that you're seeing, I have a redeem on Twitch, where if you get to 30k channel points, which you get channel points just from watching the stream. I draw whatever you want, and then I send you that drawing. Okay, so I'm basically doing, I'm kind of just freestyling here. First stream on Twitch, I did it. I got a YouTube viewer to come to Twitch. I appreciate that, by the way. I used to have it where both would show above, but I was paying for a service for that, and I wanted to stop having to pay for it. So I found a free version of how to multi-stream. But I'm primarily on Twitch. Let me see if I can make this any sharper. And we have tons of emotes. I saw the thumbnail on YouTube and thought you were making a fan art for Homestruck. No, I'm just trying to figure out how to draw trees. Have you tried digital art? Yes. Yeah, I do a lot of digital art, but I actually do both. Basically, all of the emotes that you see on this channel, all of them, not even like all of them I drew. There's a few of them. I typically draw cartoon characters, and actually, it's funny, Peppermint, you found me on my YouTube channel. If you go back to YouTube, I have an animated series. Although I'm not the animator for that. And also, hey CD, welcome on in. Did you happen to see this thumbnail? Was this what you were talking about? It started off as a practice of just a bush. And then someone said it looked like their dad, so I tried to make it look like their dad's mustache. Traditional art is so hard. It's good to practice that no matter what. Yeah, I mean, traditional art is what I prefer. That's like why I got this whole setup. I'm trying to think like if I have anything better to show you. Well, here's what I was doing, a practice of one of my characters the other day. And these were all like the drawings. I was basically trying to, this is one of the characters that's somewhat new in my arsenal, and he's the one I know how to draw the least. Like I'm, as far as like how good I can draw it, it's like the least best. His name is Bones. He's kind of a mischievous character, and he's kind of going through a little bit of transformation. The ghost guy is and so we actually, if you, well, I guess you're new to Twitch, so maybe you don't have 7TV, but we have some emotes of him that aren't like literally on the channel, and I guess this is him in all his glory. But I was kind of going through a transformation of him because I even have more drawings of him. And typically with my art process, I like to draw traditionally first, scan that in, and then head over to digital and like finalize it. But they're adorable. I appreciate that. Love that this shirt matches the background. Yeah. Thank you. I painted that. One is so me. Yeah, as you can see, I typically draw like from left to right because I'm right-handed or left-handed. But yeah, one is the OG. He's the OG. And then I kind of figured out like ghost form, which I do love the ghost form of him, but I am worried that it looks a little bit like the Pokemon Mimikyu. So I'm aware of that, and I'm trying to make sure when you see this character, that's not at all what you ever think. And I think the color helps, but when I start using his tail as like an aspect of him, which is a big aspect of him, that's where I start to feel like it looks like the Pokemon. Should I be concerned about why there are 5 Meow Pointers? You could, here, I'll do one. I'll do my favorite one. They are my cats. Yeah, they are my cats. Yeah, it's one of my cats named Pulpa.
Hey, yo, I'm Pulpa. Meow.
That's also my cat Pulpa. They're all of them were recorded by her. None of them were recorded by a human. I think I'm gonna do this right. So I'm. You love that? Yeah. Actually, let me. Oh. I knew it was coming.
Lamau get pursed.
Welcome on in. You've just been pursed. So let me get the drawing from yesterday. That might provide a little bit of context of what we're doing today. I knew you'd do that, Stubby. So as I mentioned, I have a redeem on this channel where if you redeem it, I draw you a Klon original sketch, which is one of these. And so I'm very, very excited about this drawing. You can kind of see it's coming together. I have not done any of the shading or coloring on this, but it's kind of coming together. And the part that I really want to nail are the mountains and like the trees that surround the whole area. Because there's going to be this like mist that's in certain sections. It's like rolling out of the forest. So yesterday I kind of just stopped the drawing because I was like, I want to be able to practice all of the bits that go with this so I can nail it. Because I want to nail this. I'm really excited about this drawing. I like how the nature bit is coming together. This is another character of ours named Chugs. He's a sentient milk carton. Needs no other explanation past that point. But yeah, so I'm excited about this one, and I want to like continue nailing all the other bits. And I'm actually happy to look at this Chud milk. It's funny to hear it that way. No, it's this cutie. It's this little cutie. I love how this serious scenery looks like. Oh, the main focus is literally a milk carton. Yep. Yeah, it'll all blend together when I start doing the shading and stuff. That's when it'll really blend together, but you're not wrong. It's going to be a very serious, like almost realistic background with just this little milk carton in front of it. Okay, I'm going to go safely. I'm going to put this back in a safe place. And actually, one thing that might make sense is if I like lightly traced what I just like the drawing that's underneath, because I have a light table and I can like trace what's underneath. And I could maybe do that and then start like practicing, like literally shading it in. But I'm trying to do this. This is the tree I'm still stuck on, but I'm trying to learn myself, and at the end of the day, I'm not trying to learn how to draw realistic trees. It's better to understand how to do something realistically if you're ever gonna draw it cartoony. And so like the next stage for me is really learning anatomy. Because like the character design part is easy. Getting all the angles right, that's the hard part for me. And so now I'm just taking the same concept of the bush that we just drew, but doing them smaller and more of them. So same concept here. We got our little bushes that are attached to the limbs of the tree. And we're just going from dark to light, dark to light, dark to light everywhere. If we were using color, this would be even easier, but I'm trying to figure out how to make it work with only pencil, which is very doable. Obviously, people have done it. It's nothing new. So then we have like our bushes there. These are the ones that are in front, and then we start to add the ones that are like behind the tree. And then I think this is where it starts to take shape, because this is where you have dark to light, and then it gets interrupted by another like dark to light value. Like that. Although I don't like what I just did there. Yeah, do something like that. And then I also should make the actual tree. Feel like it's like it's actually a tree. So sometimes it helps just to be a little shaky when you draw that. There's like the roots of the tree, and then we just, like I said, continue to sort of fill out what's behind the tree. I'm kind of just freestyling right here. I don't really know if I'm doing this right. Because definitely with this tree, if I was to critique myself right now, what's wrong with this tree is like, I don't know which way which way is the light coming from? Is it coming from this way, this way, this way? Not really sure. Not really sure, but it's kind of taking shape. It's kind of taking shape. I'm learning some things along the way. I'm wondering if I go really dark right here, because that's like the inside of the tree. That starts to help a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of a tree. It kind of, you know, it's kind of a tree. You know, it's a blob with some wood underneath of it. Yeah, I just didn't get the shape right. I feel like let's just move that right here. So now I'm gonna essentially look at this and see what I could critique about it. That we did like the same sort of tree. Let's almost like do the exact same thing. Okay. Would be like, what is the shape of this tree? I think it's like, I'm trying to get like a shape that's like this, basically. Obviously it's not so angular. So we had to draw some circles here, which is something I saw a lot of people do, is just they draw circles to understand how it all Actually, I don't think I'm going about this the right way. I don't think those were the circles I'm talking about. It's more of a... Let's draw... What does the inside of our tree look like? It actually might help me if I had a little reference to go off of too. I'm kind of just going in blind. An imaginary tree. Okay. And this one's gonna have a little hole for an owl or something. Okay. So then you start putting the little, like, this is what I was doing wrong, is you need to put the little circles, like, it needs to make sense at the end of the day. So let's put those circles, ovals, on top of something. And let's see if that starts to take shape. Random question here. Does anyone remember Mythbusters? The TV show? I'm old, of course I do. Let's go! I was watching it the other day. And the connection point here is one of the myths that they were trying to bust was that apparently there's a myth that when you're golfing, if you shoot off the course and you have to shoot through a tree, apparently trees are 90% air, which was like the reason that is relevant because I'm like drawing it and I'm thinking about it. So the myth got busted. Trees are not 90% air, but there is a lot of there's like a lot of gaps in the tree that if you were to shoot a golf ball through it, you're most likely just gonna make it through it. But that was I was like, I just started watching Mythbusters, and that happened to be the episode we watched. But the main one was can you pilot a blind driver, basically? Like, can you be a passenger in the car and give directions to someone who's blind and they can drive the car? Yeah, remember that episode they had hit so many trees in the golf cart? Yes. And then the funny part is they apparently were like never invited back to that golf course because they absolutely destroyed the green. It's like, that's amazing. So they had to go find like an empty field and then like, do a makeshift. Maybe like found a tree that they could use. But I love that show, man. I loved Discovery Channel in general. I also loved how it's made. Never watched it, but it sounds like something Red Bull or James May would participate in. Honestly, I feel like they are very like adjacent to each other. James May, shout out Top Gear. I also love that show. It's been a while since I've seen that show too. Because it's very much like, you got these two, there's 5 people total. 2 are like the main guys, and then the 3 other people do like the smaller myths to bust. But it's very much just like people who are engineers, scientists who like understand, and like prop makers who just like understand how to build something to do their test. So it's fun. It was also cool because in school when they'd wheel out the TV for class, it would be like an educational thing you could watch, but it was also fun. Very much in line with Bill Nye. Fun science. And then kind of just to explain, sorry, now that I'm looking at my drawing again, to explain my process here, I'm trying to see if I just outline the bottom of all of these circles and then like slowly shade them up to light to see how that works. I'm really just experimenting here. But then I need to decide, let's say the sun is coming in this way. Let's say the sunlight. That represents sunlight. Let's say the sunlight's coming like straight down. Masters in engineering purely to make to partake in tomfoolery. Yeah, I think you just explained Mythbusters in one sentence. But I also loved how it's made. That was another TV show I loved. Essentially, I got a Hulu subscription again, and like all of these shows are on Hulu. Ooh, I'm also doing something here that I really like. I'm only doing lines in this section. I was only doing lines that are in this direction. I was like sticking to a direction. I need more shows like Old Times. I watched House MD a few months ago. 8 seasons, 24 episodes each, and whoa, that is a hefty amount of like content to watch. So that's great. I'm like trying to think of something. Honestly, Mythbusters is a good one. I noticed they had like 20 seasons or something like that. They had a lot of seasons, not an hour long, and also like not a continuous like story or anything. It was glorious. Actually, maybe I shouldn't sharpen my pencil. Let's continue this. But yeah, I've been animes have been really what I've been leaning back on, because I always love I'm a sucker for like a competition show. But sometimes those aren't like out right now. And it feels like, for those who have gotten into anime, the thing about anime is, like, I feel like it feels never ending. There's always a new anime to watch. There's just, like, an insane amount. Alright, also to kind of commentate on what I'm drawing here. I think another thing I'm realizing is I'm trying to make the tree like full. And in reality, there's gaps. There's gaps in between trees and stuff. What just fell? Oh, one sec. Something just fell. Button. Carnation. Oh. Anime conventions are also very fun. I used to cosplay more as a genuine community. It's so funny. Speak of the person I was literally about to just mention. I was gonna say CD Mojave here. Also loves going to anime conventions, or mainly just conventions, but also cosplays. I've been wanting to get into cosplaying. I've been finding more and more characters I want to cosplay as, but the number one character I want to cosplay right now, also I didn't say welcome on in, Mojave, welcome on in. The number one character I want to cosplay now is from Frieren, and it's a character that hasn't been revealed yet. It's only in the mangas, but it's like this like demon guy named oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. I'm forgetting his name. Oh my god, it's not Schlott. They all have German names. Mocked. His name is Mock. But he's like a demon guy. But he's like very well dressed, but he has these 2 cool horns, and then his hair is like just like mine. So I'd just have to shave my mustache and then wear contacts, and I could like look like him. Mo, you didn't do that because it's your birthday, right? are you just celebrating the 55 stream streak? Thank you so much. Ooh, Team Fortress 2. I love I used to play a ton. No, the stream streak. Okay, cool. I used to play a ton of Team Fortress 2. I loved that game, and I did play it on console for a while because that's all I had, and it was like I got the orange box game that came with like all of the Valve games on it. I was gifted that because actually I don't know if you guys remember my story about Xbox 360 and the first game I ever bought got that ring scratch on it. And so one of my friends felt really bad for me because I essentially just like saved up all this money to get an Xbox 360. And then I didn't have any games to play. So he gifted me the orange box, and then I became obsessed about Team Fortress 2. And on console, I was actually ranked pretty high. I was a really good engineer. And scout. I was really good at scout and spy as well. Okay, this tree is not looking good either. I don't think what I did worked. I don't know if that shading works. Just shave my mustache, don't you dare. It's so funny. I've been wanting to shave my mustache so badly because probably before like 2 years ago, I would every like 4 months would shave my mustache and let it regrow because it would grow back a little bit thicker every time because you're like doing that refresh. But now I'm at the point with streaming, and I'm streaming every day. I'm like, I don't want to shave my mustache. I don't want to be on stream with a shaved mustache. No. I did 3 cos during my 3 cosplays during your last con. Yeah. You went crazy. Yeah, I just want to do my first. I want to do my first, but I also don't want to like kind of do it. I want to go all in and do it. So I think that character from Frieren is my #1 pick right now because I think he's cool. Yeah, I loved Orange Box because Portal was fun, Half-Life was a ton of fun, and then I think it was Team Fortress 2, and I actually think that's all that was on there. About TF2 cosplays, I've got Red Pyro and even made the flamethrower. No way. Managed to finish it in a week, and I wanted to look cool at the convention. Did you, when you were cosplaying as Pyro, did you talk like this? Were you just like, could they just not figure out what you were saying? Because that's how I would do it. The whole time I would just be trying to like, I would fake speak. I would probably be purposely trying to do that. Oh my god. That was my favorite part about the Pyro. It's just like, you couldn't understand what he was saying. He was like Kenny from South Park. The trees are coming together nicely. Thank you. I still have very mixed feelings about it. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think they're starting to look good. I'm now trying to see if like erasing a little bit helps. Cause like at the end of the day, when you're sketching, like some of these bright areas like fade into the white. And I think I could probably draw the actual tree bit here. And probably sharpen my pencil. Oh wait, I already read that. I typically do that. I'll like read a comment twice. Okay, let me sharpen my pencil because I want to put a little critter inside of that hole. I don't know what it is, but it's all I could fit in there. It helps helps that I sharpened my pencil. Now I can actually get some of these like really sharp spots. Be a little bit more. I don't like what I did right here. Let me just erase that. Yeah. A tree without leaves looks like a nerve ending. 100%. Alabama. What makes you say Alabama? So random. I used to live in Georgia, so Alabama was my sister state. Oh god, that sounded weird. Because Alabama. Yeah, I think when I erased it a little bit, it helped because it was a little like too dark. That looks nice. Alabama, Arkansas. I do love my mom and pa. Wow, I haven't heard that song in forever. Who wrote that song again? Georgia's my favorite state. Totally not biased because my husband lives there. I love Georgia at the end of the day. I do love Georgia. That is where all of my family lives. I moved out to California because of my wife. Ireland? I would love to live in Ireland, dude. I'd love to just live in Ireland. I'd love to have a farm, like house, live in the farmlands in Ireland. Oh, Edward Sharpe. Thank you. All right, CD. For anyone who's wondering what Georgia is all about, you just need to read what CD said. Georgia is fun. There's Atlanta and also nothing else. Yeah. It's quite literally like Atlanta and then Georgia. And Georgia is just your classic like suburb. And your like truck stops in between all of those, you know, and your strip malls. California, the big leagues, yeah. So my wife got a job out here as a lead tailor for Levi's, and that's what got us out here. And then I just was remote already, so I was like, yeah, I can make the trip. And then now we've kind of like planted a few roots here, but we're not quite sure if we'll stay here. Also, I unfortunately have to run ads on Twitch as a requirement, unfortunately. So they run every hour for 3 minutes. But I typically don't really do much. I just chat. Sometimes I get up and go to the bathroom. But those will hit in a few minutes. I apologize if you do get hit with them. Fuecoco is your favorite Pokemon? Ayo. I actually do like Skeledirge. Skeledirge started to grow on me. I was very iffy about some of those Pokemon. That's Missouri? Yeah. It's like a college town directly in between pretty much nothing else. Yeah. Man, yeah. It's like some of those states in that area, you know, it's just like a lot of nothing. It's like the US is really big, but there's a lot of nothing in between it. Leaf nest bird. You talking about the Decidueye? I never know how to properly pronounce that Pokemon's name. But we are a big Pokemon stream, by the way. This is your first time chiming in. So I actually, this tree's grown on me. This tree's grown on me. I think what might help this tree is if I think no matter what you draw, if you had like a little shadow to it, you can smear that. And that smear actually, I confidently did that one, and that looks bad. So I'm just gonna slightly erase that. I'm gonna slightly erase that, but leave some of it. And yeah, there you go. Now you got a little tree. I can see Calvin and Hobbes sitting right under this tree. What we're gonna draw instead Well, it was supposed to be Chugs. It's a pretty poor looking Chug. My dad has a dad, and that dad had a dad. Yeah, well, my pa's pa, he was quite the dad. Okay. So, I think the next step is, like, we've drawn some full-scale trees, but realistically, we're trying to let's draw the mountain. Let's actually kind of emulate what we were drawing for the Klon original sketch. Let's kind of emulate that. Wait here, 1 second. So, which actually this is also fun practice for mountains. So I also want to get good at mountains. And mountains are fun because you can just make up anything because they can look like anything. You just kind of like just draw a chart. This is just actually this is all you're drawing when you're drawing a mountain is just a you're just drawing a chart here. You know, these are all your green candles, and then all the red candles, and all the green candles. But even though that was a joke, it's kind of there's some truth in it. My favorite mountains, get a load of those. Those aren't Twin Peaks, but yeah, those are some hills there. But then you gotta draw your ridge line here. This is the bit that really makes it look like a mountain, in my opinion, is when you draw the ridge. And then some like overlapping. Okay, so get some mountains coming together. The worst part about drawing is managing the size of strokes. Dude, you're telling me. Yeah, that's actually something that's why I also love drawing in pen. And I like drawing, I really try to keep the line weight, like, exactly the same. And so, you kind of just, this was the other reason I wanted to practice this is because that doesn't look that good. It is gonna be so much trial and error today. So much trial and error. Even though I'm not happy about that shading I just did, that's not the point of this drawing. We need to figure out, let me just kind of lightly erase that so I'm not bothered by it. So this isn't the point of the drawing. We'll just kind of lightly shade that in just to kind of fill it in. Okay, so what we really need to do is the tree line that's underneath it. So how I was doing it yesterday and about to do it was we're just drawing, you know, imagine a bunch of little trees. Because then we're also going to draw that mist. That actually should be another thing I tackle. Okay, so there's the tree line. And then in that drawing, we have like the town right here. Represent the town that way. So how should I tackle this? I guess each one is kind of its own circle. You know, and I probably wouldn't do it this way. Don't want to brag, but I'm a pretty good artist. Oh yeah? Prove it. Join the Discord. Post your art in the art channel. I want to see it. You walked 10 hours a day? I have to do 13 hours tomorrow for job purposes. Fingers crossed for me. Oh my god. I need to walk more. But thank you for stopping by the stream, CD. I really appreciate it. Go get a great night's rest. It's always funny when people talk about going to sleep because it is 11 a.m. for me. Like, I just woke up. I just did my waking up. Actually, one thing I was thinking of, Jeej just got one of those like smaller treadmills, and I was wondering if I should one day load up that treadmill and play Pokemon that way. Oh yeah! Await your presence. So this is the Discord for anyone wondering. And just post it in the art channel. The art channel is the only section that we allow people to post images for safety reasons. So if you join, would love to see it. Because to me, cosplay is art. But go get a great night's sleep. I'm like, how do I do these trees? I mean, the trees could theoretically be a silhouette. I just really want to nail this. I'm so excited about that sketch. So, okay, let's just maybe do this. We're just gonna shade each, imagining that those circles that I had were still there. Let's imagine that those are still there. I'm kind of just like filling each one in individually. That way there's like a little bit of overlap. You can't really see it. So there's the tree line, but now I'm wondering if I try to like erase away some of the bits that should be highlights. Okay, there's that. And then now I try to go in and add just like texture to it. Now that I see that, it's a little too dark. I love being able to see my drawing on my screen. Okay, there's some areas of this that are going right. Some of them aren't. And then the other thing is, is there gonna be any like base to this? I actually don't think there should be. I don't think we see the bottoms of the tree. I actually think now, actually maybe we do another like layer underneath this. It's also a tree line. So we got stacked trees. We're layering here. Okay, and then we kind of, like we did with the other one, we like add some highlights back in. Kind of looks messy. It probably does look messy. Okay. But this is essentially the base that I'm trying to get down. Okay, let's now try to add like some final touches. Oh wait, is it in Discord? Was it that fast? Yo! Oh, that looks so good. Wow, that's really well done. I don't know if they're still here, but that's sick. Oh my god, they made the flamethrower. I also just love Pyro. It's so good. It's a fun cosplay. That's awesome. For any of the VOD viewers out there in the future, let me show off their cosplay. Look at this. So if you know what Team Fortress 2 is, there is a character called Pyro, and they just wear a gas mask and they have a flamethrower and they're in like all red jump. I mean, this is literally it. They crushed it with this cosplay. It's so good. Man, I want to cosplay. I know Jeej wants to cosplay. Hey, what's up? I'm a gamer. What's up? Over on YouTube. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's continue our practice here. Let me go a little bit slower now. Okay. I posted 2 of mine. Oh, let's go. Ash Ketchum. Yes. The Tetris block one. Let's go, Mojave. I'm gonna show these on stream. Oh my god, dude. Assuming all the Tetris blocks are your friends, man. I swear, your friends remind me of my friends from Georgia. We'll show off the Ash Ketchum. Was this like a Ash Ketchum? I see that you're with another Ash Ketchum. I spent so much time on the Pika. Oh, you made that Pikachu? Oh, did you make that Pikachu? Let me also put this down here. Did you make that Pikachu? Wow. I love that you did. I love that you have the zigzags on his cheeks. Oh my god. That's so great. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Amazing cosplay. You got the green backpack. Like the actual green backpack too. I bought the plush. Okay. I was like, dang, I was very impressed because that is not easy to make. And then I love this because like, I don't know who the third one back is, but his face actually like, looks just like one of my friends and the expression he's making. Oh my god, lock in. That's amazing. Dude, I love that. I bet people loved seeing the Tetris blocks roll through. That's one of those cosplays that, I don't know, I don't care who you are. You see that and it makes you smile. Good stuff. Oh, I want to go to cosplays now. Yeah, it's gotta be a big hit. Because then you guys all like go together and you just create like a wall. That's amazing, dude. I love that. We need to. Oh, I want to do cosplay. Like I said, I know Jeej is down to cosplay, and the good news is I have Jeej in my back pocket to make outfits. So there's no reason we shouldn't be making cosplays. if this is working. I'm trying to kind of commentate what I'm thinking here. Is I'm trying to do like layers. There's dark to light, but then dark to light. So the tops of these trees need to be super dark. And I've been trying to avoid using any like hard outline here. Do you typically do cosplays that like you and your friends can do a theme on? Or do sometimes you guys just go whatever you want to go? Because I'm like, the reason I asked that is, I mean, I feel like Jeej and I would want to do something that's from the same thing. And potentially the two people are also in a relationship or like something like that. That's starting to work. I just need to like, I think the trees need to be more circles. I need to be like shading in more of a circular pattern here, because then it actually starts to emulate leaves. I think that's maybe what I've been doing wrong, because I've been doing too much just like hatching. I should be using circles to shade. Maybe even half circles, just kind of like. Although, so I was watching, now it's usually just me, but some things just kind of work out. Yeah, okay. I was curious how that works out. But I was watching more Evangelion last night. I think I pronounced it right. I think I got it locked in now, how to pronounce it. And I think the character, I can't tell if this guy is good or not. He seems problematic, and I always forget the operation director's name. The girl with the pink hair, or not pink hair, purple hair. But how they have like some sort of past relationship that had happened 8 years ago. But anyways, that guy, I'm like, wait, I could just like tie up my hair and then have some, you know, have some bangs, and like I could dress up as that guy. And I know Jeej would want to dress up as thank you, Misato. It's because the reason I always get it wrong is because in Japanese, you know, you have the younger characters always saying like Miss and then their like last name, and then the people who know them call them by their first name, so I always get confused. Anyway, but I know Jeej would like dressing up as her, because Jeej wants those anime bangs so badly. Like Jeej wishes that could be a reality and it actually works. And Jeej loves purple hair. Jeej used to have purple hair. But I'm like, I'm not quite sure if I want to cosplay as that guy. I don't know if he's a good character or not. Right now, he kind of seems like a scumbag. So I'm on episode like 11 or 12. I'm getting through it. I'm really enjoying it. I have now officially met Asuka. She is a ball of energy. And I love that she's German. I love that she's German. And I love hearing, I really love hearing a Japanese voice actor pronouncing German. Because like I took German, so I actually kind of understand some German. But it just like cracks me up. She's fun. Yeah, be back in 30 or 40. Sounds good, Subby. What's up, Finn? Welcome on in. We're doing practice today. For anyone chiming in, we're practicing landscapes and sort of more realistic stuff, because I'm really trying to nail it for another drawing. So that's what we're doing today. But if you want anything drawn, I'm more than happy to break this up and draw something cartoony. I'm trying this new shade. I've tried shading this so many different ways. I'm trying to draw a tree line, but like a layered tree line. And I think what I was doing wrong before was how I was shading. I think if I do these little like half circles, at least they kind of look like leaves, you know? Like you actually start to get the sense that there are leaves there. So I think if I just do them in a range, it's like darker to lighter, but then some areas have like dark hits in them for the detail. Kind of like going back to the bush example that we started it with. You know, like this area starts to work a little bit. So now it's just looking like one big bush, which I also want to avoid. I really wanted it to look like layered trees. So I might actually just draw new mountains and try this over again. Because I don't think it's working. But we started with this bush, and then someone said it looked like their dad's mustache. So I tried to draw a person around it. But if you just take out the face, I drew this bush, and it definitely emulates what I'm trying to get done. And then we drew these two trees, and then they're a step in the right direction. It's almost like I really want to try drawing this tree again, but then stripping away some of the details, like one down, because ultimately I'm trying to go from this to a cartoon-looking tree, or semi-cartoon-looking tree. So like, and then really at the end of the day, it's gonna be zoomed out like this. So it doesn't really matter, but I want to get it right. Well, I mean, maybe I don't give up on this just yet. Okay. Let's do what I think might work, but over here. Let's erase what would be in the foreground, or what would be in front of the back trees. We have that. And it's like you don't want to draw too much of a thick outline. Something is there are little things that I'm picking up as I do this that I'm like, okay, that's kind of working. It's kind of working there. This might be a less is more situation. Yeah, less is more. Yeah, okay, that's starting to come together. Actually. Yeah, this right here, I'm a big fan of. That one. Because then I could see like another tree. In front of it like that. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm practicing this now instead of just trying to do it on the actual drawing. I think I would have messed up that drawing. Back from the 4-hour. Oh yeah, you had your party today. Was the pizza good? Welcome on in, Proxima. How did that pizza taste? Okay, this is all right. This is starting to come together. Okay, delicious. Finished under 5 minutes. Speed run that pizza. Let's go. Actually, there's pizza. Ooh, there's pizza in the fridge for me. Which I'm like, do I eat that today or do I save that for tomorrow? Because pineapple pizza. Ayo. Oh wait, that's pizza time, isn't it? Yeah, dude, such a funny emote. Had some Coke. Ooh. You see the chug I sent? No. Here, let me go grab that now. Yeah, I can stop here. I actually do love pineapple pizza. I used to dunk on it all the time. I used to make fun of it all the time. And then I think I finally had it, and I was like, it was actually really good. And I mean, I guess I kind of understand why people complain about it, but it's pretty good. Aww, oh, this Chugs is adorable. There's a nice simplicity about this. Oh my gosh, that's late for you. It's really not that bad. I agree. I think people just want to be true. It's not necessarily my first pick either. I will say I do love if I get pineapple pizza. Wait, where's your drawing? Oh, here we go. Look at him! He's on top of the mountain. He's on top of the mountain. He's the Christmas tree. If I get it, I can skip the meat. The meat does not need to be on there, but it definitely needs to be pineapple and jalapenos. I feel like I'm forgetting one other thing, but that's generally what I like. Look at him. He's just stepping down the mountain here. This is the tree. Thank you. Actually, this is the tree I needed as a reference. I love this tree. Oh. Sorry. I think what I love also about your drawings, Proxima, is when I get them on stream, I'm like, okay, now where do I put it? Which is like a fun thing. Just copy. Yeah. Wait, how easy is that to do here? Yoink. Awesome. I think we're done for today. It's very late, but I'm bright awake. Can't imagine. I'm definitely old in that. I've always been this way though, but I'm definitely old in that sense where I cannot stay up late anymore, even if my body wanted to. I think I have to have the right amount of like excitement and hype for me to like stay up. I wish I could, but I definitely, what I don't have an issue with is just like sleeping, just like going to bed. I don't sit there with my thoughts drifting often, and then waking up. I'm good at waking up too, which I've realized is now a skill, because it is not easy for other people. Like, I don't need an alarm clock. I am my alarm clock. All right, we got our forest here. 3-stream streak brought back. More importantly, you're getting give them those extra points from getting the stream streak. But thank you for... Maybe I shouldn't say that. Thank you for your stream streak. Trees. All right, we got our family of trees here. Okay, and we're done. Oh. Yeah. We got a restaurant with 15 others. Ooh, you took up the whole restaurant. Do they, no, I think I already know the answer to this. I was like, is tipping culture a thing in Romania? Because I was like, whenever I hear like 15 people being at a restaurant, I'm like, ooh, that server must have made bank if they tipped. Because, I was a server briefly. Very briefly, and I can't even say I was a server because it was at a retirement home. I was a server at a retirement home, but occasionally they would bring their family in, and that's when I would make tips. Otherwise, you weren't allowed to tip there for good reason. Yeah, tipping isn't. I wish I did not live in a tipping culture, but it is very much a tipping culture out here. I was packed in a car with 6 others. Ooh, just driving around in a little clown car, as I always call it, when you have more people than the amount of seats. It was a big restaurant. Okay, sick. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I always get worried rolling with a big crew. And I guess it was a birthday, so they probably expected it too. They probably expected y'all to come in. I've always wanted to try this on stream. Oh, only took 2 tables? Okay. Well, then that ain't no thing. I want to see if this works on stream. And actually, I hope I don't get like a text message as I'm doing this. I should probably think about this, but I'm just gonna let it rip. Literally. The new Pokemon card set came out. I just wanted to open one on stream. Anything good? And it's a bust. Alright, whatever. Whatever. I wanted something cool. There's like 16 tables including outside. Oof. I do love outdoor seating when it makes sense. Dude, with this app, I'm like, or you know, the TCG. I swear, I used to get a lot more hits than now. And I feel like something changed. I feel like something changed in the whole algorithm or whatever. Ooh, see, these trees look a lot better when you zoom out. Everything looks better when you zoom out. Looks like a millionaire's mansion. Wait, you look like a millionaire's mansion, or where you were was a millionaire's mansion? They give you a taste and they get you hooked. Yeah, I've gotten definitely 2 God packs. I think I've gotten 3. The restaurant. Okay, I was like, you look like a million. Like, what does that mean? Yeah. Did they have tablecloths? Gigi and I always joke that back when we were broke college kids, we were like, if you see a place with tablecloths, no. You know they're charging more if they have tablecloths. Okay, I'm gonna try doing this again, but I really like how I did this. Like this pocket right here is more successful than this. This looks like all one tree, whereas this actually kind of looks like a grouping of trees. And I think what I did differently was I was doing like a consistent line. And actually I need to draw them as their own individual shapes first. And then like I kept talking about this tree. This tree is very successful because let's imagine the light is coming in this way. It's like it's perfectly lit up, where right here is very bright. If anything, if you wanted to go an extra yard, you'd like erase some of that. And it's like the shading on there. So we could just multiply that over and over and over again. I think we're there. We're in. So I'm gonna try drawing this again. Down here. So let's start with our mountains. Cloth, fork, knives, free tissues, fancy cups, and plastic straws? Is plastic straws fancy? Yeah, I guess why would they give you like metal straws or glass straws? I actually don't like metal or glass straws. I don't like how they feel in your teeth. But I am one of those people that I prefer to like just drink straight out of a cup instead of a straw, if I can. Yeah, glass straws scare me too. It's like, what if it shatters? All for free. Let's go. Let's go. Glad you had a good time, Proxima. Alright, we're gonna draw a mountain again. This time we're gonna have a little bit more of a layer. I'm drawing them a little darker because I didn't really draw them that. It's so funny. I genuinely, when I'm drawing mountains, I think of a price chart. I'm like, I know I went in reverse, but it was like, all right, we're starting Armstrong. Boom, big. Okay, we're a bit. Someone just bought $1 million worth of it, and then we're going up, and then crash. That's how I draw my mountains. Guess how much bucks I gave to the birthday guy in Romanian bucks called... Well, alright, let me at least look up one thing. Well, actually, maybe it's funnier if I don't look it up. But I have no idea what the conversion rate is. I don't know what $1 is in Romanian bucks. And I don't know if it's funnier if I look that up or if I don't look that up. I have no idea what the conversion rate is. Just say 1 lei or 50 lei? 50. I have faith in the American dollar. Just put the number. Well, now I'm gonna look up the conversion. USD to... Okay, so if you gave him 20 bucks, that's 86 lei. Or Lou. Am I pronouncing that right? Let me see. How to... Let's see. Lei. Okay, yeah, I said it. I think I said it right. All right, then I'm gonna say 67. There's no reason to guess specifically those two numbers put together side by side. 100? Let's go! Oh, your friend's gonna be balling out. That also means lions? Really? I learned a word today. I could go to Romania tomorrow and be like, look at those leis over there. And all they would pick up is lions. Okay, we have good looking mountains here. Let's give it a ridge line. Although, was I supposed to do vertical lines? Lu for singular lays multiple. Okay, look at that group of lei over there. Let me try something here. I forget, because I did kind of watch a video to understand this. I forget if they... It's crazy how there is like a difference if you shade with vertical lines or horizontal lines. And I actually didn't think it really would make a big difference, but then I saw them do it and I was like, oh, that does make a big difference. I just can't figure out if I'm just not doing it right or how this looks. But I'm gonna go horizontal. It feels like the right option here. That looks better. Yeah, what would a lion made of money be called? Whoa, okay. I'm trying to think about how I would pronounce that A. Cut. Maybe I shouldn't start pronouncing things on stream. I'm like, what does that A sound like? Because I know like an A with an umlaut, it makes the word longer. So like ba cut. I like learning this. Okay, well then this side, if we're gonna say there's shading is there. Now I'm just, I don't like how I should. Every time, it's so funny. So I start like zoning in on my drawing that's in front of my face. And I'm like doing it and it looks really good. And then I look up to see what it looks like here. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't look so good. Which I love for like critiquing, but makes me wonder what I'm doing wrong. You want to know the times for verbs? Yeah. Yeah, when do you fit a verb into a sentence? Because I know in German, I think German, usually the verb comes at the end. And they always say that's why Germans are better listeners, because they don't know what your sentence is saying until the very end. Because that's when the verb hits. Like, I go to the park to play. But I also guess there's two verbs in there. I'm trying to think of an example. Alright, well we have one successful side of the mountain shaded in. But that's not how all mountains are. Sometimes there's like another bit that's like poking out here. Man, I want to get this right. I've always wanted to really understand how to draw mountains. And so, like, you know, it's not like it's a perfect black, like, no mountain is just like perfectly black on one side. There's gonna be little pockets. And so, like, the opposite would happen too. You know, you start like slicing in. Present perfect. All perfects are past. All the perfects are past. Vitor is future. Huh. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay, present. Perfect compass. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so the word for okay. There's present, past tense, past something. And then Victor is future. Oh my gosh. If a word has two of the same letters, like you say the same vowel longer. Victor. I'm trying. I'm also so bad at pronouncing things. Which I think is why this is maybe more entertaining. Unless it's Vitor. I just realized I've been saying V. Vi. See, that's where I struggle with, like, you know, English is my first language, and I suck at it. Had a lot of extra reading classes and stuff. Hey, what's up, Albert Drawing? What's up? We only have Twitch chat up, but I always like to translate what's happening on over on YouTube. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, today I'm trying to do some practice. So we have another drawing I've been doing that requires, like, I typically draw very cartoony stuff. And so we're drawing this like landscape drawing, and I did a pause on it because I'm like, I'm not that good at drawing landscapes. So this bush, this was supposed to be just a bush, but then someone said it looks like their dad. So I made it their mustache. And then we drew some trees, and then we drew another mountain range with some trees in front of it. And so I'm like trying to kind of do each bit a little bit. Now I'm trying to do the mountain side of it. And now that I'm looking at it, I think it's a little too dark. So I'm like, what if there were layers? So I'm basically just practicing today and seeing how it goes. But I take it by your username that you also draw. What style do you like to draw in? Yeah, like that starts to work, you know? I just don't think that looks like a mountain. We don't say letters, high voices. So I need to talk like, no, wait, let me not do that. I'm trying to put an accent on. Vitor. I'm trying to pronounce Romanian for anyone else watching. We got a resident Romanian in the chat. I'm trying to remember, how far is, how do you say, I would say Vi, if you give me that letter that you just, or that word that you just said, but some of that is influenced by League of Legends, the character Vi. So that's, oh my god, nice. Thank you. I appreciate that, Albert. I guess if you're viewing on the Cool Cats channel, everything on the Cool Cats channel is my actual art style, so I'm trying to break that apart and draw some realistic stuff. How do you say? I think I would also say Vi for that. I think if you did VE, I would say V. But then if you did VY, I think I'd also do Vi. And then VI, I'd also say Vi. I'm an artist too, but beginner. Let's go. What, do you tend to draw more realistic, traditional, digital? Sorry for all the questions. I just love meeting other artists. Maybe V. Yeah, that's how I would say V. But I did pronounce, when you said VI, I did used to pronounce that character as V. But I changed it because Arcane came out. And they pronounced it as Vi. And I was like, okay. I guess her name is Vi now. So say V, but longer. V. V. So like V friends. Gary V. When I see VEE. I'm just trying to, I guess it helps when I draw the other mountains, but I think I went a little too extreme with this mountain. It just doesn't feel realistic. Vitor. I think I got the Tor part right. All right. And so Vitor, it means future, or is future tense. Man, I'm gonna be fluent before you know it. Look at me. I'm gonna be fluent. Okay, future is Vitor. Okay. I'd offer up English lessons, but your English is already really good, and I'm not the person to learn English from. You still have so much more. What are you trying to say? No, I definitely, I tried to do Duolingo to brush up on German again. And it was pretty decent, but like, I feel like it is so hard to actually become like fluent in a language if all you're using is Duolingo. I think the best way is like either you're with someone who's constantly speaking in that language, or you just go to the country and figure it out. But that's maybe how it would work for me. Yes, these mountains are coming together. The mountains aren't really the focus with the drawing that we're trying to kind of create. I was more interested in the tree line, so I realized I kind of got away from it. Let me start with a new piece of paper here. Or just draw them in front of never mind. I'm trying to be more resourceful. I'm trying to use less sheets of paper these days. Let me, kind of changed my own mind there. Okay, let me just... Let me just finish the shading real quick. Yeah. Those mountains will do. That's like 6th grade info. There's subject. Yeah. I am not an English person or like a literature grammar person. Once you start throwing all those words in there, I'm like, don't take me back. You're not ready? Yeah, I know. No, I don't think I'll ever be able to learn a second language. I think I just know that about myself. I think I would literally have to live in that country to figure it out. My brain just doesn't process words like that. I'm already suffering. Oh, Albert, you prefer traditional? That's what I prefer. I am much more of a traditional artist than digital, but I have figured out. I have to draw traditional first, scan, then go digital. That is like the only way I can do it. These mountains are actually looking good. I don't know what I was on thinking this looked like a mountain. Grubhub has a sweepstakes for free Taco Bell for a year. I don't think I need to enter that sweepstakes just purely because I don't think I need to be forcing more Taco Bell into my stomach. God, that would ruin me. I used to live really close to a Taco Bell. Luckily, that was when I wasn't eating it. But I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, oh man, if I had free anything is your reason. I want to see if I can save this. I want to see if I can save this, this part of the mountain. Oh, that's what they did. I'm remembering now. They just drew like another shape inside of it. That's all I had to do. It wasn't rocket science here. It was just draw another shape inside of it and don't color that shape. Although I could have made it just a tiny bit bigger. I'm excited to see what MLB does with Baja. Oh, dude, same. I know you'll update me on it in case I don't see it. So I'm like excited to see what happens there. I know Romanian, English, and some French. I know every country in Europe. I know every state in America. That should count for something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. At least I think I know every state in America. I actually would love to put myself to the test and just have like 50 blanks. I'm like, what would be the US state I would forget the most? I think I could do it. It would be like, pull up a blank map. All right, let's do it. Let's, I'm like, oh, I got one better. Let me print out a map so I can do it, under this camera. I'm down for like a breakup, actually, or like a step away from the drawing for a second. Oh God, wait, the blank map though. I already know that's gonna be a disaster. I know the states I'm not gonna get. But I should do it, shouldn't I? Oh God. I know I'm gonna miss some now. Now that I just said that out loud, I started thinking about looking at a blank map, and some of the states in like more of the Northwest, but not actually the West, you know, in between the Midwest, but the North, that I've never been to those states. I've never even had to think about those states. Let me pull up a blank map here. This is gonna be a disaster. This is not a good idea. I don't need to out myself on how little I know about my own country. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I was actually thinking a funnier, easier way to do this is to just do this. There. Although it's like really blurry. That's not gonna work. It's basically I'm gonna have to look up here because there's nothing on my page here. It's this state, this state, this state, this state. I think it's like all of these I start to get really fuzzy on. This is Montana. The Dakota, no, so I know these are the Dakotas. This is, okay, I need to print this. There's like, it's so crazy looking down and there's nothing down here. So this is obviously North Dakota. This is South Dakota. This is Montana. This is Idaho. I think it's ID. This is Washington. This is Oregon. Right? Wait. Yeah. That's, and then, I wonder what this state is. The state I live in. And then this is Nevada. This is Utah, right? And then this is Arizona. Obviously Alaska. New Vegas, baby. Yeah, New Vegas. And then Hawaii. This is New Mexico. This is Texas. This, let me come back to this area is starting, this area. I think this is gonna be the real issue here. I actually forget what the hell that state's called. And no helping. I know this area really well. So this is, I'm starting to, I can't even see what I'm writing here. This is Georgia, that is my home state. This is Alabama. This is Mississippi. This is Louisiana. And if I'm getting the whatevers wrong, it is what it is. And then this is Florida. And then this is South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee, Wait a minute. Is this Kansas? No, not Kansas. Is this Kentucky? Is this Kentucky? Every European country. How did I know you didn't just copy and paste that? Lectic, are you from America? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to. That's Kentucky. I know this is Ohio. This is Michigan. This is Pennsylvania. What is Pennsylvania's? I'm just gonna do PV. I wrote it from mind. All right, I trust you. This is New York. This is New Jersey. This is Maryland right here. This is Delaware. Wait, that's Delaware, right? Delaware is that tiny little sliver. Nope. Oh, PA. Oh my God, I shouldn't. That's a little embarrassing. I knew that was PA. Dang it. I don't know why I didn't know that. So that's Maryland. That's Delaware. It gets really tiny here. Ooh, okay. This is where I know one of these is Connecticut. I know one of them is Massachusetts. Massachusetts is this one. We're just gonna do MA for Massachusetts. That's Massachusetts, right? Oh no. I know this is Maine, which is also MA. I'm just gonna write Maine. I know this is Scribble, but I'm just saying them out loud as well. Oh no. I don't like this anymore. I knew it was this whole region of America is just blank. MA is Massachusetts. Okay, so I got that right. Is Maine MN? ME. Oh. I knew it was there. ME. Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Yeah, I definitely don't know European countries that well. Well, and the other thing is, it's one thing to like name them. I think now I'm trying to like not just name them, but know where it is. And that I definitely could not do for Europe. Okay, so this is Indiana. Oh God. So Chicago is like right here. Chicago is right there. And Chicago's in Indiana, right? So Indiana, and then there's Illinois. And then there's Wisconsin. Is Wisconsin there? Here? Shoot. No? Dang it. Did I mix these two up? Dang it. Oh, dang it. All right, well, there's my first mistake. I should have known that one too. Illinois, and then this is Indiana. Dang it. Because this is where Purdue is. My buddy went to school there, and so I've been there. Oh no. Kansas and Arkansas is why they pronounce it like that. Even Denmark. I have photographic of every continent. Would you say you know every state in America? No, you said a continent. No, continent is easy. That's easy to me. And like the oceans. It's knowing the states, man. I don't want to know the states. Well, both of these are obviously Michigan. And then this is Iowa. Hell no, I don't know half the states. Yeah, I mean, there's no point. As you can see, I'm struggling as an American, but it's like there's 50 states and that's not Iowa. Oh man, does that mean this is Iowa? Or is this Wisconsin? That's Iowa. Was Wisconsin right? Or is that Iowa? Okay, that's all I needed to know. Oh my god, I actually don't think I'm gonna get this one. Now that I'm thinking about it. If that's not Iowa, I think this is Iowa. Okay, well, let's come back down here. There's... Oh, no. All right, let's do Colorado. Colorado is here. Oklahoma is here. Think of this, Baja Blast Sage. Oh no. Oh no, I don't think that's gonna help. No. Oh, dang it. Wow. Okay, so I think that is my most forgotten state. I think that is my most forgotten state, Minnesota. Minnesota. That's not even how you pronounce it, but we're writing it Minnesota. I know the obvious ones, but I could not tell you the other 44 states. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm struggling here, and there are still a few states. Like one of these is Vermont. One of these is Connecticut. If that's Delaware, I always forget. Oh, Rhode Island. Okay, wait. That's Rhode Island. This tiny one right there. That's Rhode Island. And then I think this is, let me know if this is right. Is this Connecticut? The one right next to it. Is that Connecticut? It's not even an island, I know. Okay. Connecticut, Rhode Island. I think one of these is Vermont, and I actually think this is another one I forgot. No, Massachusetts. No, I got Massachusetts right. Who do you think will win GeoGuessr, me or you? I think you. It's not a blanket statement, but it's generally true that Americans aren't good at geography. But in our defense, we are literally like on the other side of the world, and we know like and we have a gigantic continent of like 50 states. So if it's within America, I got you beat. I've never won a GeoGuessr. I think you'd win. I'm decent. I would say I'm a little bit better than... I would say I'm better than most Americans at geography, but I still have that American brain. Do you even know South America, though? Oh, no, not what's within South America. I probably know the big hits within there, but not like what's in there. Oh, sand. That's Africa. Oh, yeah, the Sahara Desert. Come back to see Missouri has been rugged. Is this? Ooh, I've been called out. This is Missouri. No, that's Kansas. That's Kansas, isn't it? Oh, no. Dude. So, man, I predicted that I actually predicted that this area would be what I forgot, but it's actually these states I forgot. And actually this state. I actually don't know if that's Iowa. And I completely forgot Minnesota was a state. And I actually forget, I think, my guess is this is Vermont. And then I don't think you could put a gun to my head and I don't think I could tell you what state that is. I don't think I could guess that. Maybe that's Vermont, but then I don't know what's next. Could you recognize each state flag? No. So, okay, so that was my gut was saying that that's Vermont. There's only one left up in that region. Oh, of the New England area. Oh my God, what is it? Oh my God. No. Stubby hates me now because I can't get his state. Oh no. Yeah, okay, so I was wrong. There are I would say there's about 5 states I do not know the name of. Because what I know is left is Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, and I have Montana. What's under Montana? No, wait. There's Montana and then oh shoot, what's the one right? What is the square state? We have Wisconsin. We have no. Dude, oh man, I'm sweating over here. It's because I've never gone to those states. I've never once passed to that side of America. But the problem is I worked at a logistics company, and I actually worked with a map for a very long time, and I did know the states really well. So that's why I went into this confident, because of all that work I did. God, here we go. This is Kansas. Let's see if I get flamed. You have everything right so far? No, is it this? It's these two. It's one of those two for me. Oh, I hate this. I hate it here. In the words of Tech9, not anymore. Okay, what states am I forgetting about? Dude, what states am I forgetting about? I'm like... So, in my defense, are you guys looking at a map? Missouri borders more states than any other states except for Tennessee. It's tied. Oh, really? So... Oh. So... Kansas? Missouri? I don't know the Missouri. Is it MO? I'm not fact checking on the I'm not fact checking on that. I don't care about. Nebraska. Nebraska is this one, right? Wow. Okay, so far Minnesota, Nebraska, I don't know why I'm writing over here. So far, Minnesota, Nebraska are completely like, I forgot those were states. Ended up pulling up one to check. Okay. Yeah, Nebraska is one. Yes, I think I can figure out, if I'm looking at the initials, I could figure out the state. Figuring out the state's initials? No. What's up, Link? Oh, I know Link is a master at this. Finish the quiz with 2 minutes left. Let's go. See, I could name these 100% in probably less than... No way. I don't believe you. I think once you're put to the test, you start forgetting them. I think once you're put to the test, that's when you start blanking. You're looking at America. This is America. I still have one that I haven't even gotten. Oh, there probably is. There probably is. The problem is, like... In reality, my life has only ever oh, that's a bad line. My life has only ever existed below this line. I have never lived anywhere below that. Like, so everything north of here, I rarely have ever gone to. And have no reason to. And there's a lot of things that don't happen in this area of America. This is basically a blank map right there in my eyes. Like, nothing happens there. No excuses, I'm far less traveled. I feel like I just deleted it. Oh, I'm over it. No, the map is back. I'm trying to think of how many states I've gone to. So, just to quickly, I guess I can zoom in. So I'm trying to think. So I lived in Atlanta. I went to Florida a lot. I barely went to Alabama. I definitely went to here a lot. And then I went to here a lot. I did this route every single year. And then obviously I went to New York City. I've gone to Rochester now. Now I'm just wondering. And then outside of that, I never went to a different state. Oh, I went to Colorado, New Mexico. I did a camping trip that existed right there. And then now living in California, I had to make the drive doing this. I made that drive to actually it's more like here. That's the drive. So those are the only states I've ever touched. And I've been nowhere else in America. Oh, I did do a trip up here. I did do one trip up here. And there's like some islands right here. I went to because my cousin lived there. So that's about it. That's about all I've gone to. Yeah, I got Mississippi. That one's easy. Did not do the capitals. Let's see your best guess of St. Louis is. Okay. Isn't it like right here? I know one capital is right there. It's like right on the border. I went to Italy, Romania, 7 years old. Nice. I actually really want to go to Italy. Jeet has family out there. Was I wrong? The Joplin, south of Kansas City. Okay. Oh, I was thinking of Kansas City. That's what I was thinking of. All right, let's make this. Let's see. I did not get. Arkansas. I didn't put in there. I did Connecticut. I didn't. I did that. Did all of those. Completely forgot about Minnesota. I think Minnesota is probably my most forgotten state. And that was the answer I was looking for. When we started this whole thing, I was like, oh, New Hampshire! It was New Hampshire! Ah, the one that was right here. That's New Hampshire. That's the one I was like, if you put a gun to my head, I don't think I could get that one. Oh my god. Okay. And then Wyoming was the other one I forgot. Yep. And then I actually could have gotten Utah. I don't think did I put Utah in there? No, I did. I did put Utah in there. Okay, so the most forgotten states for me was probably top of the list was Minnesota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Yeah, I think those are the states I completely forgot about, or states in America. Oh my gosh. Good stuff. This was fun. Well, now that Stubby's back, we're playing Pokadol. I was waiting until you got back. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Even though I knew I would out myself for not knowing some states. But in my defense, I think it's tougher when you have a blank map. A blank map and nothing. I guess I don't need this screen yet. Cooltopia map? Yeah, I know you're giving me a hard time. Yeah, Cooltopia map time. Actually, that would be interesting. I don't think I would be able to successfully. I would be able to get the main areas. Excuses? Whatever. Time to show you guys where my real knowledge is at. Time to show you what real people know about. If you don't know this, then you don't know anything. I generally don't think we'd be able to get like 40% between us. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you're on the same page. It's not that I like a lack of, it's just there's some, I feel like we're very obscure. I think I'd be able to get like definitely like Diamond City and Sapphire Town. What gen is this again? Oh yeah, good reminder. Good reminder. Sorry, that's all I was trying to say. Is we are going up to Gen 4. We are now only doing that. We used to do just to Gen 3, but now it's to Gen 4. So I think it's usually beneficial for us to guess a Gen 2 or 3 Pokemon. If we're trying to like do this efficiently, I think that's probably our best bet. Ooh, all right, Combuskin. I love that. All right. It is not Gen 3. It's below Gen 3. It's either orange or yellow. It's evolution stage 2. Please don't be what it was yesterday. No, is it fully evolved? Yes. All right. Evo 2, fully evolved, yes. So it's a Pokemon that only has 2 Evos. And it's the adult version. Pidgeotto. So it can't be Pidgeotto. Because it has to be fully evolved. So it would be something, and because this is up to Gen 4, it now considers like the baby version, and like Magmar, for instance. Now Magmar has one that's above it, you know? So, and under Gen 3. So we could guess something like Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet could be a good guess. But we also, and this is, the more we've started to play this, the more I realize that the color really helps. So yes, it's either orange or yellow. And what I don't like is it considers certain things that seem to be white, yellow. We dealt with that. Hypno is a great guess. I don't think I see any issues with guessing Hypno. So let's guess Hypno. I think that's a good guess. I think that's a great one. And we find out if it's dual typing or not. Okay, it is a single typing. All right. We can get this on the third guess. And on this stream, getting it on the third guess is winning. That's getting par. For all you golfers out there. So, single typing. So it does not have 2 types. Drowsy. So it can't be Drowsy. Because it has to be the second Evo. It is definitely yellow. It can be found in the forest, and it is Gen 1. Okay, so all, like, it makes me honest. Oh, yeah, Jolt. Actually, I think it's Jolteon. I think you nailed it. I think it is Jolteon. And so before I write Jolteon, because I do think that's it, I don't think there's anything else it could be. Because it can't be it's not Pikachu. It's not Raichu, because it's not Raichu because they consider, and Raichu's orange. Yeah, I think Jolteon is it. I think you nailed it with Jolteon. Jolteon can only be found in industrial areas. Okay. I genuinely thought that was it. And so it can't be like Electabuzz, because Electabuzz gets its, well, and it's not electric, so never mind. I hope it's not Rapidash again. I'm just now realizing it could be the same one from yesterday. Now, the only reason is Sandslash rock ground or is Sandslash just ground? And can Sandslash be found in the forest? Oh yeah, it can't be because of fire. Okay, good. The reason I said Rapidash was because that was yesterday's guess. And sometimes it can't be the giraffe because that's Gen 2. Oh, Ninetales. Oh, can't be fire. Found in the forest. Like, it's not Beedrill. It can't be. It's like I want to guess Pikachu, but it's not electric. Okay, that's good. We're is it a normal type Pokemon? Is there a yellow normal type Pokemon? Is it Raticate? Do you think Raticate is considered yellow? Persian. Oh, Persian is interesting. I think it would consider Persian yellow. It's weird. It's weird with how they do the color. It's the one part that's like very inconsistent. But before I guess Persian I feel like could be found in the forest. There's no city. Okay, it hasn't claimed city. Because Meowth is a weird one, or Meowth is technically found like also in a city. Yeah, if Rapidash is considered yellow, then I feel like Persian could be too. And it would help us out with, is it a normal type? Let's see, I think this could be it. Let's go! And I told you, city is like another landscape. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, and I think Sandslash is... and then Raticate, I feel like it's a different... I feel like Raticate is technically like brown. Nice, good stuff, good stuff. Hey, I know this one. I'm here for the Gen 1. Yeah, Link, are you excited for Fire Red, Leaf Green? What starter do you typically go with? Oh, we got the shiny. Oh, Huntail's shiny is actually kind of cool. I actually like that shiny. Will the arrival of... Oh, sorry, my gosh. With the arrival of a storm at sea, this Pokemon will show itself on the surface. When a Blank and Dragonite meet, a fierce battle ensues. That's not Lugia, is it? I think it's a legendary. A fierce battle ensues? I feel like this is from like the movie or something. Rival of... yeah, I was gonna say Dragonite. I was actually gonna say Kyogre at first because of a storm at sea. But Charizard, I want to say. This Pokemon will show itself on the surface, but I feel like I'm going with my gut first. I'm going with my gut and saying Lugia. Dang it. Okay. Ooh, Gyarados is a good one too. Lapras and Gyarados, I think, are two. Kingdra's Water Dragon. Okay. Okay. I think Gyarados, Kingdra, Lapras are all good. I'm gonna say Lapras might be the least guess, because Lapras, does Lapras go underwater? Yeah, Lapras goes underwater. I'm saying you can pick the original starters too. I just googled Leaf Green Star. I've never played. Yeah. Oh, it's the OG. You're playing Red and Blue. When you're playing Leaf Green and Fire Red, you're playing Red and Blue. Like, identically, for the most part, until it gets to some of the later stuff. Yeah. Let's go with Kingdra. But now I'm like, Gyarados sounds good, but I also feel like Gyarados would have a different... Yep, nice. Good stuff. Yeah, you can pick Bulbasaur or Squirtle. I'll catch you later, Proximo. Have a good one. You've had a long day. Go get some sleep. Nice. It was Kingdra. Yeah, so you can pick Bulbasaur or Squirtle. I'm glad you just didn't even put Charmander in there. Shout out to the Bulbasaur Squirtle gang. All right, time for my favorite one. Oh, I know this one. This is my favorite Pokemon. This is too easy. Yeah, I thought it had to be another dragon to fight with Dragonite. Yeah. Dude, Kingdra is so good. Kingdra is really good in Kaizo. Yeah. This one was easy, at least for me. I love Ho-Oh. One of my favorite legendaries. It's just a rooster. And it's cool, when I was in Japan, I didn't even realize, it was like because I went to Japan, the first time I went to Japan, I went with my parents, because they always wanted to see it too. And so they put us on this tour to see a like golden building shrine. And it has a rooster has a golden rooster on the top of it. And I didn't realize that building is the reference to the one that's used in Gold and Silver, the Bellsprout Tower. The one that, I think it's the Bellsprout Tower. The one that Ho-Oh is on top of is like a direct reference to that building. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. That is so cool that, actually, wait, let me, instead of me poorly explaining it, I know I have a picture on my phone. It's a really, really beautiful building. And like the garden around it. Oh my God, it's beautiful. but it's the direct reference to Ho-Oh, and I love Ho-Oh. So I was kind of like freaking out inside. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, it makes sense. Kanto is literally Japan, 100%. But it's cool. It's cool to see, and technically that's Johto. I'm just kidding. I'm just. Probably gonna go Bulbasaur. Let's go, Bulbasaur gang. I love Bulbasaur, which I know I've stated multiple times. Let's see. Let me get. So this is the building, and then there's a tree in front of it. But so this is the building I was talking about, and it's beautiful. It is literally gold, at least painted gold. But then if you look, let me get this under. So elegant. There's a rooster on top. Let me zoom in more. And that's Ho-Oh. You know, that's what Ho-Oh was inspired by, which I think is so cool. I think that's like just very cool. Made me love it even more, but it is so beautiful. And the trees, the garden. I have more pictures, but I think this is one of my better ones. So I'm trying to find the corner here. This. Is there a... Let me see here. I'm going to right click on this, transform, fit to... Oh my god. Okay. Let me remember that. So Command Z, if I click Command F. Okay. That is what I need to do. So I can move this around, whatever. You know, it's in the way. Oh my god. Let me shrink this down. Command F. Okay, or Control F. Glad I know that hotkey now. Beautiful place. Go to Japan. I could live there. I could retire there. I want to be there. I actually might be good on pausing with the drawing today. We only didn't... I got what I needed. Maybe I go back to this. Maybe I just go back to this real quick. But today was purely practice. Since we drew yesterday, I was like, let me just make today about practice. We've always wanted to tour Asia. Same. Yeah, I want to tour more of Asia because I've only touched Japan. I've only gone to one. And I've done that 3 times now. But I love it there. I love it so much. But it's cool. Nice mustache. Yeah. This was the first thing that we did. This is the first thing that we did. We drew just the bush. And then someone on YouTube was like, that looks like my dad's mustache. And so I drew a face around it. Bush stash? Yeah, bush stash. There we go. And then I tried to draw some trees. This one's better than this one, but still, there's some things I need to learn. Bulbasaur's final evolution, Stashosaur. And then I figured out through this, I did figure out this is how I'm gonna draw the trees on the Clone Original sketch for Mulgore. That's how this little region right here. And so then I was trying to draw some of the mountains, figure out the shading there. And this is some good high contrast shading. But I need some extra work with these. And I think it's all I need to do is add extra little, like, I call them squiggles, little squiggle marks in there. And do basically like yin and yang. Have some dark ones on this side and some light ones on this side. And then I need to like shade them in different layers. Because in this one I kind of just did one color to kind of get the idea. But these are some basic mountains. These are some Bob Ross mountains. Some very fantasy. You like those trees? Thank you. He no longer fights. He looks at after grandkids. Yeah, and he yells at the kids on his lawn. Oh, Moltres with a 15 stream streak. Let's go. Thank you. Appreciate that. Get those extra points as well. Oh, Moltres. I take it, is the 15 stream streak, is that since you started, like, following? And I ask because of research. You are my milestone marker. Basically. Yep, okay. Cool. And how many coins are you at again? because I'm like, I just love doing the math in my head. I appreciate you being essentially my like guinea pig in this research of like how fast you can get a Klon original sketch. Okay, so if we were to say a rough estimate, and let's say rough estimate of an average viewer, which would be someone who maybe couldn't make it to every stream or doesn't get to watch all of it. So you could get a Klon original sketch in about a month. That's, I think, no, you're at 8, well, okay, 18 minus the, this is if you spent nothing. Yeah, and you were subscribed. Okay, I think that's fair. I just have to constantly convince myself of that it's a fair price. Okay, let me see. A little bit under 3 weeks, yeah. Let me, man, Nebraska is a state. Minnesota is a state. Isn't that a wild concept? Bringing it back to the US map. Okay, so I am gonna do one more thing before I switch over to Pokemon. That was a very good hint, Mojave. I was just not thinking. Cause Sage is mini and she's drinking a little soda, so it's mini soda. Yeah, that was a solid clue. Good thinking there, honestly. So I'm gonna try to reference these trees, which I think the way I figured it out was I actually need to start with the one that's in front of it, which would be like, and we just kind of like make jitters with your hands. It's kind of like. And maybe I should have some like in front of the others, not all just, you know. I need to be able to nail this before I give it a go. You know, like we're making like a patch of trees there. Or Minnesota is mentioned in the first Pokemon. No. The thing is, I'm like 99% sure you're joking, but I'm also like, was it? Was it mentioned? Hey, what's up, Peppermint Guy? You're back now? We took a long break for a second. We got very distracted there. And then, okay, so if I'm going back to my reference up here, I'm trying to shade where like the trees would connect, essentially. I need to like make sure it's darker there. And then I can spin a little bit more here. I think it'll do the trick. In the dub, I didn't know Vikings still exist. Ash, they mostly live in Minnesota. Misty, something's not right. Are you sure this boat is safe? Unfortunately, I could quote children's movies. Oh, yeah, you gotta go, but we did drop the browser game is working of Cooltopia now. Hoping to drop some free merch into chests soon. Yeah, if you haven't checked it all out already, we have a fun little mini app that we made. And originally it was on Telegram, but now it's just on the browser. So you can play on your computer, and I'm pretty sure you can just play on your phone too, through browser. So go check it out. There's a lot of free stuff we'll probably be rolling out. like merch. And we're even trying to figure out fun ways of connecting the mini app with the stream, where you can actually use channel points to like potentially get stuff in the mini app. But that's where we're thinking it's heading, so check it out. And thank you, Link, for stopping by. Yeah, it's also on Telegram if you prefer Telegram. Yeah, I'm not too big on Telegram either. We sort of just did it because it definitely made sense to start that way. Yeah, I think if we just did trees like a little bit just a little bit better than this, if I just took more of my time, did it softer, imagine we complete all trees, you know, across here, which we'll have to do. I think it'll work. But the next thing I need to figure out is what goes under those trees. I mainly just wanted to give everyone a heads up. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Link. Sometimes I get so wrapped up in yapping, I always forget to talk about it. I think we can add more server moderation bots like Dino into the server. Make it a little easier to moderate and remove spam messages. Are you talking about Discord? We did used to have a lot more security in Discord. We did kind of tone it down a little bit. It eventually cost a lot of money. So if I was to kind of close this out, I guess I would just draw some bottoms to the tree, and then like, because that's the next part I realize is yeah, okay, so you are talking about Discord? Yeah, it's unfortunately with Discord, the fact that we were also a part of Web3 is we definitely be prone to more spams and scams. You're more prone to it, for sure. But luckily the art category has been a nice little safe haven so far. I don't think they know about it yet. Yeah, I appreciate that, Moltra. I appreciate that. Because I know we have some, actually, I don't think Link is here anymore, but Link would know a little bit better than I do on this subject. Because Link is a developer and definitely can understand the connections better than I do. I kind of chose to be slightly oblivious with some of it because I wanted to focus on the art. Okay. I think I'm good. I'm good with today's practice. I actually didn't draw that much, but I got what I needed out of it. Because the tough part is drawing it with only pencil. That's sort of like the... That's so real, yeah. It's because I used to do a lot of it. As like I tried to understand all of it, and then I hit a point where I realized I'm doing all of these other things when in reality, the only thing I should be focusing on is drawing. You enjoy good moderation and fun server experience for everyone. I appreciate that. I like that you like that. Because I do too. I think it got so... There were some dark days on the servers where we would get some crazy spam. And even I would get crazy spam in my DMs, like, constantly. So I'd like, that's why I went... Unfortunately, like, ruined Discord for me. But I'm, like, warming back up to Discord again. Because a lot of that has gone away. I'm trying to, like, figure out how to do that last part. Ah! Yeah, actually, Stubby knows way better than I do. Stubby knows a lot better than I do. does get to a point though. And the thing is, I love Discord. You know, I've been on Discord for many, many years. And I love it. And it's great for gaming. And so I think like that's what I'm trying to get out of the art channel. But I also think if it wasn't for Cool Cats, like I'm not necessarily a Discord person. I'm just on Discords with like just very close friends I know in person who want to play video games. I'm not generally a group chat person, I've realized. I'll be in a group chat, but I'm the guy that ends up being silent in the group chat. I'll just send like a picture. Also, I'll probably say this a few times because I don't like people buying a product without knowing full, you know, let's say, you know, we're gonna sell this mat eventually. Just so you know, this area is a hot spot. Is a hot spot for getting dirty. So that's the only downside to this this mat here. Otherwise, I love it. I'm on a server that sometimes gets spam trolls, but they're usually very obvious. Yeah, luckily I'd say ours are pretty obvious too. There was a point where they weren't obvious. So it was a fantastic 5-ish years. Yeah, and I appreciate it, Stubby. I can't say that enough. Like, I really do appreciate it. Just got to a point. Hey, I don't need to hash that out, but we have a great mod team in the server though. Yeah, we had some all-star. I loved our mods. We had some all-star mods. We love the Stubby. And shout out Dom too. Shout out Dom. I know he can't hear this, but shout out Dom. I like Dom a lot. I'll send reactions every now and then. Yeah, that's me too. I was literally like, even back in the heyday of Cool Cats, I feel like I would just come in and drop like a GIF. But that was like me doing that. Yeah. Dude, Dom is the best. He's such a good guy. Or is a good guy, not was. I'm so bad at past tense and things. Yeah, same. Same. Would you consider Ollie a part of the old mod squad? Because, shout out Ollie. Well, I feel like I have a different relationship with Ollie because he ended up becoming friends with one of my friends, and then I actually ended up like hanging out with him a few times. Okay, but I'm gonna switch over here real quick to some Pokemans. Ollie, oh my god, Frex. Frex, Bex, yeah, how could I forget? And all the guys I worked with time, yeah. Pookie's an exception. Yeah, I'm kind of similar to you, Ultra. Frex and Bex, yeah. Oh, I have a great drawing of them. Shout out to those. Oh, Frex, she went through the ringer, man. I felt so bad. Yeah, Frex isn't a name I haven't heard in a while. Yeah, same. Dude, Frex, you're so right. Frex was like on it. She was so funny. And, oh man, now I'm forgetting what the TV show is called. But she was also a big Survivor fan. She was also a big reality competition show fan. Frex, and so that's what we'd end up talking about. But she was like, I'm forgetting the name of it now, but she's like, do you remember the show where they put a bunch of like elementary kid, like school, God, I can't speak today. They put a bunch of kids together and they like threw them into this ghost town, and they just had to create a society by themselves without any adults. And that was the concept of the show. And Frex was the one that introduced me to that show, and I binge watched it because it was one of those things that's like, this show is a gigantic lawsuit wrapped up into like, it was just like, how is this a show? You're literally taking kids who are like 8 years old to like 16 and throwing them into like a desert ghost, like a Wild West styled ghost town. And they had to pick a leader, you know, create rules. They realized they had to like all pick a profession. Well, guess where me and Halls are? I don't know. You're at Big Bud. She really inspired me. Oh, because turning into chaos, and I reached out and just said, "Aw, shout out, Frex. That's very sweet." And yes, Lectic, it was very dangerous. All right, Cheech, where are you? You're gonna come in here and ask a question. You gotta follow through. Where are you at? Oh yeah, actually ZBHQ is a very good guess. That's a very good guess, because they do go there. Well, Jeej was bragging that Jeej met DJ Doug Pound yesterday. Yeah, you had a 50% chance with that one. And I know they were going to Big Bud Press, which, by the way, because this kind of influences Cool Cats. So with Cool Cats and the merch, we're going to make merch that's very easy to make and like print on demand, essentially. And then we're going to have merch that we make with Custom Land. And Custom Land just got a nice little hookup. Oh, you're at Venice Beach? Why? You're out there. You are out there. To where we live. Let me at least get in here. Oh, and if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, when we start playing video games, we make that Twitch exclusive. So if you want to catch up, if you want to keep watching and watch this Pokemon run of Kaizo, hop over to Twitch. It's Klon